Hey guys, it's Jan, also known as Zen Bluster, and today we're gonna unbox something pretty special. This is the Neo Burning Sun. And before we continue, I would like to warn everybody there's gonna be two different Neo Burning Suns out there that you're gonna see. And they're gonna look like the same packaging. And today, this is helping you guys basically as the collectors out there to serve as a warning as well too. Because there was the original, just actually if you're comparing box to box, right from the top, you're not going to be able to tell, right? The easiest way to tell that you're looking at a reissue is from the box, not from the top, but from the side. Let's take a look at it from the side. There you go. This is the biggest giveaway. Made in the Philippines. The original box did not have that. It had something else I don't recall, but it didn't have year. It didn't have the made in the Philippines as well too. And the biggest giveaway is the www.tamiya.com, and also over here the Tamiya Europe GmbH. So that is definitely the reissue. The other side of the box, you could see the Tamiya America Incorporated Aliso Viejo address. But yeah, so this is still an actual Neo Burning Sun, not the original, sadly. That one, it's just the jury is actually still out on the value, but I've seen that going for about 100 or something like that, and some people actually list the reissue as well for about 100, which is the same, and it's a little bit unusual. But I would not, basically, if you are looking at a listing, make sure you look at the box, right? The box is the biggest giveaway, and on the inside, that is going to give you the biggest indicator that it's not original. So we're gonna go ahead and box it. Let's see, the box, as you can tell, there you go, it has a listing for some newer mini four-wheel drives that were not released at the time of the Neo Burning Sun, which is the, as you can see, there's a Strato Vector, a Cyclone Magnum, and the Brocken G right there. Those all were around 1995 era, maybe even 1998. This is the biggest indicator that's 1998 because of the Cyclone Magnum. So this was printed after 1991. That's one of the indicators as well. Let's dig deeper. But yes, this is the other one as well. The motor is not the correct motor. The motor from 1991 should also be a white end bell, yes, but the color would be slightly different, and the can would not be gray. It would be gold in color, like a slightly more brass-like in terms of color, not like this. This is the normal. This is the newer Mabuchi motor. I think this, I'm not sure what year this was re-released, but that will also help you to be the indicator. And the grease. The grease is not the same grease. The grease used to come in a more metallic type of packaging, if I remember correctly. But these are still, as you can see, the shafts are still a little bit old. So that's still one of the older versions of the shafts, I guess, that they were printing at the time. That shaft is still old. The let me see, the shaft is a little bit this one is a 2mm shaft that they don't make anymore. Tamiya has stopped making the 2mm shaft. So if you still have your hollow 2mm, hold on to them, or don't use them or something like that, because they're not going to be making them anymore. This was pretty cool at the time before, because it came with two different gear ratios, which is the 5:1, as you can see, the light blue and the green, and the 4.2:1, which is the red and the brown. Of course, the orange gears that were made, I think for FM. I don't remember if it shared it with another chassis. I think maybe Type 5 had it. I don't remember, to be honest. If you guys know for sure that it shared it with Type 5, leave it in the comments down below, guys. So yeah, look at that. Look at how big and blocky that stuff is, man. Look at that. Yeah, there you go. That's from, I think, around the 2000 era, I think. early 2000s, maybe, if I remember correctly, is when this was reissued. But all the markings are still going to say 1991 because that's when they made it. That's when they made the molding. Let me see if that'll. It's going to be hard to see it from the packaging. I don't actually want to open it, but it's just an unboxing of some of the stuff. And yeah, the packaging you can see is a newer packaging. Inside of the box is the multiple languages. The slick tires are, yeah, they're still in good shape even from back then. I think this was maybe 12 years old now. I think this was maybe released around 2004, 2005, something like that. And this is the, you can see it's still printed in the, here, let me see if we could focus. Come on, focus on the year, please. There you go. 1990 Tamiya. This was this wheel was for, I think, designed for the Crimson Glory. I think that's when it was. It first came out in 1990. The first car that had it was the Crimson Glory, as you can see. And if you look, the year says over there 1990 as well. And yeah, this is the color is like brownish gray. Still in fairly good condition. I would not, honestly, I do not recommend building a car from this, a serious car like the one that you're gonna race, because this kit is really hard to come by now. Even the reissue is gonna be tough to find. And if you look on eBay, even the reissue is listed at 100. But this one, I was lucky. I was able to find in Japan for, I think it was like 48 or no, 4,000 yen. And that's still a pretty good price, in my opinion. That's a very good price. So we're gonna go ahead and rate this again in terms of how collectible, or like how much value, or like how I rate this kit, basically, if you are going to buy it for yourself. So in terms of value, I'm gonna rate it as a 3, because if you're gonna find this thing, you are not gonna find this cheap at all. This is more for like a collector. I do not recommend racing this kit because it's basically like a piece of history now. And since they haven't made a reissue since I think the early 2000s, I don't recommend using it for racing. For collectability, 10 out of 10, definitely. Like I said, no reissues so far yet, and I don't see one in the future. But now that FMA has come out, perhaps there could be a new one. But I don't think they're going to make it the same way. They've been redesigning the chassis. Well, not the chassis, but the kits. Because like if I recall correctly, they're coming out with the gun bluster soon. And I think they made some changes to the body so that it actually fits on the FMA chassis. So if they are going to make one soon, they're probably going to put it on the FMA chassis. And for upgradability, it's definitely like low. Really, really old chassis. Let's look back. Let's pull this out real quick again. I would rate it at a 3. Depends how skilled you are. Luckily, I have carpet. Alright. Yeah, there's like very few mounts. You have 2 here, 1 here, right here, and that's quite, it's okay. It's relatively okay. It's not like super strong. And then you have the possible 3-point attachment here at the back, but I still would not use it unless you're like super pro. I've seen some people on Instagram that use FM, like original FM like this, on their builds, and they turned out pretty great, but they had to do a lot of modification to make it competitive. And even then, you know, FMAR is still relatively easier to build over that, and now that FMA is out, I should just going for the FMA. So overall, the combined score out of all 3 of them is an average of 5.3 ad infinitum. And yeah, I mean, yeah, basically it's a collectible kit. Nothing more, nothing else, because I definitely don't. It's basically just like, if you get one, I recommend that you just keep it, because you're going to be preserving a little bit of history. And this is where everything came from, basically. This is where the FM came from. The front motor. When it came out, everybody was like, oh man, this is good stuff. Alright, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching. Go race.